the guru of Squad 000, the assassin like no other. Yes, I'm the best at what I do. One of the most notorious in the YouTube anime and manga community. Don't doubt the infamy. It's real, y'all. Believe it or not. Yes, I am back from my hiatus. Brief hiatus. Happens every now and again. With a video, it's been a long time coming. I'm talking about at least a year. Easily. If not more so. I was going to do this differently beforehand. I was going to discuss more or less. There was reasons I held off in this discussion. I didn't know exactly what path I was going to take. I was going to take a discussion talking about Dragon Ball and the power levels present. More on a kind of outward looking inward perspective. But it's come to my attention over the last several months that people got power levels all kind of screwed up. So many series. It is very rare that a series, unless it's full blown obvious, but even so, the obvious, or what seems to be obvious, people seem to read and watch their own series. It's like they read their own manga, read their own series, watch a different anime, watch a different. I don't understand how this junk happens. I really don't. People don't want to go by the pre-established set and feat. Now, unless there's a paradigm shift, the pre-established criteria is still in play. Unless there's a surge, which actually happened. For example, in this specific situation, Krillin at one point surpassed 1 point and only 1 point, and that was during the Namek saga, because of the unleash by the Guru. He gained more power than what Tien Shinhan, the greater power level than Tien. That's the only time in the series that you can go by feats and otherwise that you can definitely say that Krillin was more powerful than Tien was. Every other point in the series, Krillin was not more powerful than Tien. Yes, I've already started off, because I'm hearing a lot of videos. People want to try to say Krillin was the most powerful human, the mightiest, the strongest human. How? The only ways you can not consider himself, alright? Number one, the androids. Now, some may not consider the androids fully human, okay? Take them out the equation. Tien himself, unless you want to go by the theory of the three-eyed clan, which is a possibility, you take him out, then we have an argument. I'm trying to think who are some of the other ones. I'm trying to think. Those are the major players. I'm talking about Android 17 and 18. I'm not talking about 16, 19, 20, and the rest of the nonsense. Okay. Who else? Those are the first ones that come to my top of my mind. Other than that, yeah, you could say Krillin was the strongest human. Krillin in no point in the series showcased better feats than Tien. Ever. Never. Tell me an arc. Show me an arc. Oh, you want to use Yamcha's statement to Krillin's daughter? Out of here. You want to try to use interview by Toriyama when he forgot many of the things? Get out of here. Come on. Facts on this series, based upon the series. From the beginning, Tien's introduction. In fact, Tien was right behind Goku and Piccolo Jr. before the big time skip, before the quote-unquote Z part, at just a 5 or so year time skip. But anyways, I'm talking about Tien was the third most powerful in the series during the Piccolo Jr. arc, or if you prefer, the 23rd World Tournament, World Martial Arts Tournament, Budokai Tournament. Now, into the actual crux that matters, power levels. As is usual, I'll break it down into 7 tiers. There's the low tier. Sometimes not all series have all these tiers, but Dragon Ball is big enough, like One Piece is big enough. Probably if I break it down in Naruto and Bleach, other series that have a large enough scale, enough characters, you can break it down. Low tier. That's the low stuff. You have the low mid tier. Mid tier. Top mid tier. I don't believe in this high tier. I don't know where this high tier crap came from. I don't get it. It makes no sense. This tier between top tier and mid tier. What is that? People just making up junk. And then God tier, unless they are legitimately a god in their shoes. I'm talking about pretty much omnipotent beings. That junk doesn't matter. Or demigod, that kind of stuff. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's an actual god. Okay? This god. What is that? No, that junk doesn't apply. Then you have the low top tier, mid top tier, and top tier, and them the top dogs. Okay? Understand this about power levels and levels in general in life. Just because somebody's in the same level does not mean they're on par. Never has, never will. For example, you use professional sports, and I often use the example of basketball, the NBA. And I use Anderson Varejao. I'm sorry if you're not a sports fan, but if you are, you understand what I'm saying. LeBron James versus Anderson Varejao. In the NBA and many other professional sports, there are levels to this. You are a pro. Okay? Then there is a star, an all-star, and a superstar. There are levels. Anderson Varejao is a pro. You can say star at times. I mean, he's gotten to an all-star, but you wouldn't put him in an all-star. So he'd be in not the lowest tier, but the tier right above the lowest tier. Maybe a star at times, okay? LeBron James is a superstar. One of the best, if not the best player on the planet. Some may debate that. Whatever. You get my point. That's in the same sense. They're on the same level, but they're not on the same level. It's a paradox, but it's true. There's levels to this, ladies and gents. Now, without further ado, example time. In the low tier, that's obviously the normal humans of the planet. Obvious. It's pure and simple. Low tier is almost always the base citizens. Pretty much the non-combatants. In a few occasions, depending on how astronomical the world gets, some superhumans may in fact be low tier. It's not the case. People, and I'm not even going to get into the whole nonsense about what fodder actually is at this specific point. Now, low mid tier. To this point, let me name a few. Raditz is the top of the low mid tier. Raditz. So you see where we're going with. If you understand the series of Dragon Ball, you will understand why it perfectly makes sense. The beginning of the Saiyan Saga. You have Master Roshi, unless we see something crazy blown in the new Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of Frieza movie. Unless he gets a massive power, massive ability rise, Master Roshi is low mid tier. Yajirobe, low mid tier. Okay? Mercenary Tao, Demon King Piccolo. Yeah, I guess you would have to do Kami and Mr. Popo. Okay? Who else? Demon King Piccolo. Those are the relevant. Master Crane. All these ones. Because where in the series do we see them high power levels? As compared to what showcased later in the series, how do they compare? They are no comparison. It's not a knock against them. At the point in where they were in the series, they were a legitimate threat. They were. But no longer anymore. Moving on to the mid tier. You have I'm about to get into Ginyu Force at the top. Okay? Captain Ginyu especially. Then you have Nail. Nail was legit. Without Nail, this just shows you where the power level where Nail was at in the Namek Saga. He had so much power that when he fused with Piccolo, he became a Super Namekian. You could say, well, Kami completed Piccolo. That's like saying, wait a second, half of your strength, half of your essence. Let's just say we're going to split you in half and see if you going to be your true self. I mean, come on, y'all. Like, let's use basic logic here. That's why the Kami power mattered, because it was Piccolo becoming himself, the nameless Namekian again. Okay? That was a little specific series orient. That doesn't mean Kami was that powerful. Nail was the truth, because Nail actually could put up a fight. Okay, you have Napper, go Snapper, old YouTube thing. That's the thing that popped in my mind. Anybody else to see? Ginyu Force, Nail, Napper, anybody along those lines. Okay, the one Zarbon, and I always forget the pink dude. The pink dude that was on the freezer. All of them, that's mid tier. Okay, Nappa obviously being the lowest, but is in the ballpark. You take Nappa it wouldn't even be a challenge. I mean, Raditz should eradicate, but I mean together, those in them, if several low mid tiers fought together, they could defeat Raditz. All them cats fought together pretty much. I don't know if they're beating Nappa. I don't know. I don't. It's hard to see. It's hard to see that happening, yo. So it's a complete level difference, okay? Considering the fact that Raditz, I believe, was 1,000 power level, and Nappa was at least around 10,000, if I'm not mistaken. That's what, like 10 times? Come on, let's be real, y'all. Let's be real. Now, moving on. And you could say, well, what about the Ginyu Force versus Nappa? Did I say that power levels are even? He's at least in the ballpark. He could at least reasonably attack him. Them cats couldn't attack the Ginyu Force. I mean, come on. He could at least, as a elite Saiyan, have a shot. Doesn't mean he's winning at by any means, but he at least could do something, possibly. Now we move on to the top mid tier. Frieza, obviously. Until, again, possibly in the Resurrection Frieza movie, we get a power up that's seems going to be happening. Krillin, Yamcha D, and I need to do a separate video on Yamcha, or well, it's not completely with Yamcha, but I'll deal with that more so. Yamcha, look, if Yamcha was in most worlds and or universes, he's the clearly most powerful. Dudes, I mean, I make jokes about Yamcha, who doesn't? But the fact is, Yamcha's powerful. Just compared in his series, it's not even a fair comparison, man. Really, it's not fair. It never was. Every world tournament, okay, in the younger years, in Goku's younger years, every single one, Yamcha lost to the main antagonist of the arc. Jackie Chun / Master Roshi. Tien, as well as Piccolo Jr. Correct me if I'm wrong. Krillin is not top tier by any means. When has Krillin showed top tier level stuff? Yes, he has the Destructo Disc, which is, you could argue to say, a top tier attack. One top tier attack doesn't mean you are top tier. He got exposed time and time again throughout, especially post-Namek. Post-Namek, he got exposed. Do I have to bring out his expose? His resume of getting exposed? Android Saga. Couldn't stand up to Android. Androids didn't even fear him. He wasn't worth their time. Cell couldn't get the job done. Because he thought with his dick instead of his mind. Instead of logic, he thought with emotions. Didn't get the job done. Couldn't touch Cell. Couldn't put any hits on him. Tien did both those arcs. Buu Saga. Need I say anymore? Okay. Let's see. Those are the primary ones that pop into my mind when top mid tier. Okay. Now, to the low top tier. Let's begin with Goten. Trunks, obviously talking end of series. Future Trunks are obviously included. Pretty much Super Saiyan level and above. Let's see. I would say Androids 18, 17, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Who else? Oh, also in the top mid tier, excuse me, I forgot. Androids 19 and 20. Androids 19 and 20 couldn't stand up to a Super Saiyan. Okay? Even in the series, I don't know how well Yamcha and Krillin are standing up to a Super Saiyan. And I'm talking early Super Saiyan. Okay? It's hard for me to even see them winning. Just keeping it real. They could put up a fight, but I don't really see them winning. So that's why they're not even top tier. I mentioned Android 16 through 18, Future Trunks, Goten Trunks. Those are the ones that come to my mind. Yeah, pretty much those cats. I'm trying to exclude filler, ladies and gents. There's reason. Why would I put them on? Because comparatively, these dudes have yet to really showcase in the series that they're the level of Super Saiyan 2 and above. And unless you're the level of Super Saiyan 2 and above, you can't really compete with the high level folks. You understand what I'm saying? So pretty much around Super Saiyan, or possibly on the brink of Super Saiyan 2. That's where the top tier, the top tier begins. The low top tiers. Mid top tier, Piccolo, Tien, yes. Bring the feet to, ladies and gentlemen, yes. Factual, okay. Deborah, definitely. Super Perfect Cell, without a question. Okay, those four in particular. And like I said, go back, tailor the tape, and tell me I'm not wrong. And tell me I'm wrong, excuse me. And in this situation, see this, I will put Oob at this specific moment because, and here's why. Because Oob didn't fully know how to use his ability, so I'll throw Oob into the mix as well. And you telling me, you're saying, well, one, oh, and yeah, Supreme Kai. I'm talking about Supreme Kai, not Elder Kai, because we don't know what Elder Kai could do. We don't know what Kibito could do. But we do know, yeah, Supreme Kai. You could say, well, Supreme Kai, nah, bro. Not from what Supreme Kai showcased. Nah, bro. So, Supreme Kai fits up in there as well. Why are they at this level? Because of what's been showcased in the series and how they're ranked. Now, top tier. Any form of Majin Buu, obviously. That's on the low. Any form, Majin Buu, Super Buu, Kid Buu, all that jazz. Okay? Gohan, Vegeta, Goku, and in this order. And you have, if you include Wiz or Whis and Bills or Betters, okay? And probably any of these other gods that showcase themselves in the series. These are the top tiers, ladies and gentlemen. Need I really even have to try to explain why they are the top tiers? It should be abundantly clear, vividly clear, who the top dogs are in the series. I've just laid out to you basically all the relevant characters when it comes to their specific tier differential. Any ones you can think of, put it along these tier differences. And try to see if you can contradict what I just presented. Not me being arrogant, just watch or read the series and tell me I'm wrong. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on the subject matter. And until next time, y'all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.